for you.
Portland, you have done it better than anyone else.
Bernie Sanders bringing a massive crowd to the Moda Center. Fans waiting in long lines just to see the presidential candidate.
I see a guy who has 25 years of voting history saying what he's going to do and then actually doing it.
Those crowds blowing out any candidate so far in the 2016 campaign. Thanks for watching KOIN 6 News at 11. I'm Chris Holmstrom. It was a packed house at the Moda Center tonight. Nearly 20,000 people inside, so full that the campaign estimated 8,000 more watched from outside. We have team coverage of the event. Lisa Balick starts us off at the Moda Center. Lisa, you were inside for the speech and you managed to talk to him one-on-one.
Yes, and for a senator from one of the smallest states from the other side of the country, it was an incredible turnout. And remember, Bernie Sanders just announced it was just 3 months ago that he's running for the Democratic nomination for president. He laid out a lot of plans tonight. I got a chance to ask him how he intends to pay for them.
Whoa! Portland, you have done it better than anyone else.
No coat or tie, shirt sleeves rolled up. 65-year-old Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders called for big changes in government, placing blame for economic troubles on those with the most money.
Almost all of the wealth is controlled by a handful of people, and together we are going to change that.
Sanders called for raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour, calling the current $7.25 an hour a starvation wage.
Brothers and sisters, it is not a radical idea to say that in this country, if somebody works 40 hours a week, that person should not be living in poverty.
He told the packed crowd that women should not have to suddenly leave their newborns to go back to work if they don't have enough money to stay home.
That is why I will fight for 12 weeks of paid family and medical leave.
But perhaps what drew the biggest applause tonight was the Democratic contender's plan to make college accessible to anyone.
That every public college and university in America will be tuition free.
Sanders spoke for almost an hour after driving down from his rallies in Seattle. He wants to expand Social Security benefits, veterans benefits. It all sounds great to supporters here.
The fact is that people can call it utopian, but he did actually discuss concrete things that can be done and that he would do.
He'll do whatever he can. It's the Congress he's got to change. But he's from there, so I think we have a chance.
Bye, guys.
Even though Sanders was not doing interviews, I had a chance to grab his attention for a moment as he worked the crowd.
Senator, how do we pay for these things? How do we pay for these things, Senator?
We're going to ask the wealthiest people in this country to start paying their fair share of tax.
Now, one thing he didn't talk about was his chief opponent, Hillary Clinton, who was here last week at a private fundraiser gathering campaign cash. Now, as the gap is closing between those, we may see Hillary back to do a public event sometime in the next few months. Live in North Portland, Lisa